Gotta get up now. Get up, yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just the way I am. You know. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just the way I am. Get up. You know.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Ako sa namtlakase reberekisa generator. Let's go.
My name is NommyP. Umkabayi kamakusazana.
Hang on with myself, the one and only MOOCEE. My name is MooCee.
안 되는 걸까? 왜 그런 거야? I'm okay just the way I am. I'm okay with what I do. 지금이 들어도 상관없는데 이 끝이 없는 조언들 너만한 necessity. 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 You know. I don't want to know. I don't want no more. I don't want to know. Gotta get up now. Gotta get up now. I don't have to know. Gotta get up now. Get up, yeah. Everybody says 너의 꿈을 찾아. Right here, right now. 더디 찾으면 안 되는 걸까? 왜 그런 거야? I'm okay just the way I am. I'm okay with what I do. 지금이 들어도 상관없는데 이 끝이 없는 조언들 너만한 necessity. 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 You know. I don't want to know. I don't want no more. I don't want to know. Gotta get up now. Gotta get up now. I don't have to know. Gotta get up now. Get up, yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just the way I am. You know. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just the way I am. You know.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Ako sa namtlakase reberekisa generator. Let's go.
It's so easy for me to say what I'm thinking. It's so obvious for you, my heart keeps beating. I don't
another beautiful Tuesday right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. And you know, for the rest of the morning, the hashtag that we use is hashtag Vooka Nation, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And of course, our main question for this morning is who are you choosing on this Tuesday? It is your energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. So much is in store for you on this beautiful morning. And we are live on YouTube. We are also live on Underground Radio. And of course, to enhance the experience of listening to the Vooka Breakfast Show, you can download the Underground Radio app, which is both available on iOS and Android. So it is both available on those platforms. Do make sure that you download the app and get to experience to listen to the Vooka Breakfast Show on audio only. Right now, we're also live on YouTube, which you can simply press the subscription button, the notification button, so that whenever we go live, you will be notified that your breast breakfast team is ready to kickstart your beautiful morning. I'm not forgetting that our WhatsApp line is also open for voice notes and calls. Dial the number 0604933226. That's 0604933226. My name is Moeketsi, my man. I'm happy and excited to be with you on this beautiful Tuesday, the 21st of July 2026. And you know that we continue across all social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show. Not forgetting our most important ingredient of the day, which is improving our bucket list with some of the places that you can travel to around Mzansi. Behind me, you're seeing pictures and you're asking yourself, what are we highlighting this morning? On this beautiful morning, we are highlighting the Graaff-Reinet, often called the gem of the Karoo. It is one of South Africa's oldest towns, which was founded in 1786. It's surrounded by the Kamdebou National Park. It offers breathtaking views of the Valley of Desolation, where towering dolerite columns rise dramatically above the place. The town boasts over 220 heritage sites, making it the fourth oldest settlement in the country with the most national monuments. Visitors can explore Cape Dutch architecture, museums, and art galleries while enjoying Karoo hospitality. Outdoor enthusiasts revel in hiking, bird watching, and stargazing. The Graaff-Reinet blends history, culture, and natural beauty, making it a must-visit inland Eastern Cape destination. So if you are trying to set your destination for this upcoming holiday, or anytime when you get your spare time to travel, the Graaff-Reinet is the place to add on your bucket list. I hope that was helpful enough to get you traveling and get you going together with your friends and families. That's what we have for you on this beautiful morning. Right now, we're going to take a short break and then come back with your latest news and sports headlines.
Yeah, talk of the city with the body, always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl, that energy got me going. Yeah, that thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart, baby. All I need.
And once again, a very good morning. These are some of your top stories making headlines this morning. Starting off with your first headline, free safety checks for scholar transport. The Western Cape government is offering free vehicle safety checks for scholar and public transport operators from today to the 23rd of July. The inspection will assess critical safety components such as tires, brakes, lights, and suspensions. Authorities say the initiative is aimed at improving road safety as learners return for the third school term, helping operators identify defects before they become a risk. The next headline, 156 billion rand water plan targets national crisis. President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced 156 billion rand investment in water and sanitation infrastructure over the next 3 years. The plan includes new projects to improve water access, strengthen infrastructure, and support undeserved communities. Government say municipalities that fail to manage water services properly may face stronger accountability measures. Your next headline, probe ordered to state-owned homes. Public Work and Infrastructure Minister Dean McPherson has ordered an investigation into 6,238 state-owned residential properties occupied by government officials. The review will assess whether the homes are still required for operational purposes and identify properties that could be sold, repurposed, or retained. The move aims to reduce costs and improve management of state assets. That's all for your news headlines. Heading over to your sports news, starting off with football news. SAFA welcomes Zungu Presidential Challenge. The South African Football Association has welcomed Amazulu Chairman Sandile Zungu's decision to challenge long-serving President Danny Jordan in the upcoming SAFA election. SAFA says any eligible candidate is free to contest the presidency, with regional structures ultimately deciding the outcome of the polls. On your F1 news, a Ferrari close gap in F1 title fight. Ferrari continued to apply pressure on Mercedes after a competitive Belgian Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps, while Kimi Antonelli secured another victory to extend his championship lead. Ferrari's improved pace and consistency highlighted a tightening title battle as the season approaches its next phase. And heading over to your netball, Pretorius returns with rookie excitement. Veteran Spa Proteas defender Carla Pretorius says she feels the same excitement and nerves she experienced at the start of her international career as she prepares for the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. The experienced campaigner returns to a confident South African squad aiming to secure a place on the podium. That's all we have for your news and sports headlines. If you want to share your thoughts on these headlines with us, you can use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or send us your voice note on 0604933226. Now we're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, we'll come back with your latest weather update and your market rates.
When I think about it, get a little emotional, knowing that we might never ever be close to loving. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Sober up, think it's time for me to sober up, 'cause I don't know what I should do with all these feelings. Don't wanna be needy, too in love. Maybe I am just too in love. Baby, all I know is I can't make you stay, but don't just walk away. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Nommy.
Been wasting all this time finding words to let go, 'cause I'm looking for Neverland, backtracking on memory lanes, hoping it's not just a wonder. I can't be watching, waiting for changes, wondering for the right time. 'Cause I noticed we came to a pavement that crumbles. It's just a merry-go-round. I don't think it's you, might be me. There's just so many things.
It's another beautiful, exciting Tuesday morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your 21st of July 2026. It is your energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. A very good morning if you have just joined us, and if you have been hanging out with us. You know that for this morning, up until the hour 10 o'clock, the hashtag to use is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. We are both live on Underground Radio and on YouTube. And of course, just to reiterate that you can enhance the experience of listening to audio only Vooka Breakfast Show on Underground Radio by downloading the app, which is both available on Android and iOS. So do make sure that you get the app and you can listen to the show anytime of the day from the hours of 8 up until 10 every weekdays from Monday up until Friday. WhatsApp line is open for calls and for voice notes. Dial the number 0604933226. That's 0604933226. I'm so excited and happy for this morning because there's so many things that we're going to be unpacking, and I want to hear some of your thoughts in terms of what you think. Thought-provoking discussions is what we're going to be having right here. And of course, when you comment, the hashtag to use is the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. It's a hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Vooka Nation, hashtag C Vugile. Can't wait to hear from you. Once again, a very good morning. It's 16 minutes past 8. It is at the time, and of course some of the great sounds that we give you is from Dear Me, song titled I Am Mean. And not forgetting that this is what you need to expect when it comes to your weather update. If you are looking for something, and if you are someone that is going to be heading out anytime, if you are in any of these cities, this is the weather update that you need to expect. If you are in Cape Town, we are going to be currently experiencing 10 degrees, and if you are in Durban, it's currently 18 degrees with overcast clouds, and in Pretoria it's 14 degrees with scattered clouds. And lastly, if you're right here in Johannesburg, it is currently 10 degrees with scattered clouds. If there's any development when it comes to your weather, we will be giving you those updates. And then not forgetting that we have our market rate for this morning, 21st of July 2026, looking at our commodities and how the rand is performing with other currencies out there. Starting off with the US dollar, it is currently trading at 16 rands 49 cents, and the Great British Pound is currently trading at 22 rands 20 cents, and the euro, it is currently trading at 18 rands 84 cents for this morning. Lastly, the Japanese yen is currently trading at 10 cents. And then heading over to your commodities, gold is currently at 43,406.65 cents, and 1 barrel of Brent crude oil is currently at 1,551 rands 41 cents, and then Bitcoin is currently at 1,246,394 rand 14 cents. So that's what we have for you on this beautiful morning for your market rate on the 21st of July 2026. And of course, as promised, that we're going to be having some of the most interesting conversation that I want you to share your thoughts on, because later on we're going to be joined by Osvaldo Nyaka on how to beat procrastination. If you know you are very big on procrastinating, Osvaldo, who is a certified Martini method facilitator and a financial expert, is right here to help you with that. If you have any questions, if you want to call in, he's going to be sitting with us right here on the table, unpacking on some of the ways. And of course, if you want to ask a question, you can simply do so on the comment section by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And looking forward to some of the conversation that we're going to be having, because some people feel like work is personally hijacking their time. So we're going to be getting deep into that. But before we do that, you know that I'm not always alone. I'm with the best team, making sure that you are warm on these cold mornings. So joining me right here is Mr. B. How's it going, my good sir?
Hey Mo, I'm doing good. In fact, speaking of procrastination, remember I said I need to come up with an intro, and I still haven't, because you know when you break the ice, like, hey guys, good morning, it feels a bit awkward, but the plan is to come up with an intro, so hopefully I can beat the procrastination.
Yeah.
And just not be a pro in procrastination. But other than that, I'm doing good. It's Tuesday morning. We were talking the other day. I'm feeling fresh. In fact, I'm firing on all cylinders now.
Yeah.
So personally, health-wise, mentally, physically, I'm doing good. But I mean, yesterday, I was by myself. I wasn't with my family, and it felt really awkward. I mean, this is the kind of lifestyle that I think I really want to build towards. I love having people around me, and I did feel this gap.
Yeah.
I felt it, and I think I know what I need to do. So I want a family setup, you know. So but other than that, I'm doing good. And on your side?
Man, the sadness is starting to creep in because the FIFA World Cup is officially ended.
Boredom.
So last night we were experiencing like the lastness of the wave of the atmosphere because there are no games anymore. I mean, football fans don't have anything to do. I mean, we are reading now. Football fans don't read. Imagine trying to find hobbies and trying to find something else. Like, we don't do that. We just want to watch soccer. So yesterday I was watching a live streaming from the streets of Madrid, right, in Spain. Like the vibe,
as expected.
Like, it was crazy because they were doing their World Cup tour, right? So they chose to like set up a stage in Madrid, in the capital of Spain. Like, they had the whole setup. There was a DJ. Like, there was a lot of people who came through because it has been 16 years since Spain won the FIFA World Cup, right here in Johannesburg. So they brought back the glory days. So the glory days were back in La Roja, as they would say, right there in Spain. So I mean, after here, we are looking forward to the next season, but honestly, I feel like there's something missing. Because there's always something to watch. Like, there's highlights of soccer that you need to watch. There's games that you are looking forward to. But no worries, because the next season is going to start anytime soon after 2 weeks. So
that's the PSL.
Yes, the PSL on the 1st of August, and then the Premier League is the 21st of August.
No, awesome. Yeah, but other than that, for me, football, look, I enjoyed it. It's over, then it's on to the next thing, right? But last week we were talking about boredom, being comfortable in your own skin without introducing a third element. But also, speaking of that, you had mentioned a bit earlier with regards to your employers that are hijacking your personal time. And this comes after COVID, where more and more people are now working from home. And you find professionals also having the ability to work from their smartphones, because you can answer emails even if you're in the not the shower, but in the bathroom, right? You can answer emails, you can respond to text, you can have instant messaging that was introduced when it comes to the workplace. I mean, we're familiar with instant messaging as a personal form of communication. But with the likes of Slack and Teams and these other communication apps, people are making use of these apps. And there's a huge worry that as much as you go to work and all of that, but you bring your work home. So there's concerns around that. So, Vooka Nation, this morning we're talking about employers that seem to hijack your personal time, because now clearly there's no distinction between the two. That, hey, this is my work time, this is my my personal or family time, right? So I want you to imagine the following: that it is 7 o'clock in the in the evening, and you're relaxing with your family or catching up on your favorite show like football or whatever, and your phone lights up with a work message. And I'm sure you've set up your phone in such a way you're good to when you get a notification from work, it's got its own tone, it's got its own
long vibration.
Yeah, good ish.
This one.
I know this is from Esther, but anyway, so some people see it as a dedication towards your work. Oguti, whenever you pick up your phone or you rush to open your laptop, like you're fully dedicated, right? And whilst others see it as their personal time has been hijacked or it's disappearing.
Yeah.
So we've got two camps. You're dedicated, and others feel like, but this is now bleeding into my personal work, personal time. So some might say, look, obviously, Bonella, what you're describing is for typically office workers.
Yeah.
People that work in the office space. The same is, you can't say the same for people that work in the fields, in the mine. Construction, because you need to be there physically, right? So I understand there are those differences. But even so, as a construction worker, sometimes when I told you SMS, Uguti, please come in. Like, it's your personal time. So this is what we're going to be unpacking this morning, that whenever you get that message, are you quick to respond? And what kind of field are you in that would require you to respond immediately?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's what we'll be unpacking this morning, because there are a couple of perspectives that people see or observe when it comes to this, because there are many professionals that say technology makes it easier to stay connected after hours. Whilst I say it is true, but it also means that it has the ability to invade.
Yes.
Right?
It does.
Yep.
It does, honestly, because, on our spare time, because people don't understand, sometimes, or most of the time, you do work on your phone, right? And then you will have your fellow co-worker or your fellow manager sending you something, and they see that you're online. If I'm online, it doesn't mean that I'm available. That's my spare time. I can do whatever that I want. It's like, hey, Munna, I go arabe the message or the text that I've sent you because I see that you are online. So that's you invading my spare time that I have, because I was here with you the whole day. And then you did not tell me that. So if there's any task that, or if you want me to do something, let's wait for the next day, depending on how urgent is that task or assignment that you want me to do right now.
And then again, there's a town hall meeting. Because let's say you do kick back and, guys, please, let's respect boundaries here. And then there's a long email or town hall meeting, or what some people think we are here to play. Right? They say they want employment, and then when employment is given to them that comes with responsibilities, they will tell you, Guti, this is my free time. Yeah, so there's this lady online, I forgot her name, but she does these skits. Veronica, actually. Yeah, Veronica, right? She does these skits where she politely fires back at the employer or the manager or whoever. Uguti, let's respect boundaries, right? So if, let's say, she gets a call in a weekend, she's like, okay, no, it's fine. Please also let HR know, Uguti, I'll be putting in work in the weekend, and they should also adjust my salary. Right.
Extra time.
Yeah, and then the manager would be like, but Veronica, this is just one email. I'm like, yeah, but I'm busy here with my kids and all of that. So if you're going to ask me to take time away, then I think the company can also afford. If you can ask, then it means you can afford to pay for you guys disturbing me. And she does these skits, man, where it really highlights the differences between someone who understands labor laws versus someone being taken advantage of. But that's the first perspective. And then the other one is people that are flexible to work can create freedom, right? Where if you blur the lines between work and home life, then everything just becomes one melting pot for you, because you can't really separate the two. You're out at a dinner date and you're responding to emails.
Even with some people who are self-employed, there's boundaries that they cross themselves, because now you cannot separate what's work, because now you are living with someone and you're always bringing work at home, and whenever you're supposed to have your time, guys, you brought the work home.
I'm a very good example of that, where, remember, there was a time when it's guys in weekend, I just want to chill with my family, and what I noticed is come Monday, I'm recharged, I'm refueled to give my best for the entire week. So sometimes, yes, it happens where it bleeds into my personal life, but I remember having that thing and I saw the difference of separating the two, and not wanting one to bleed into the other, So I would highly encourage anyone, more especially if you are in business for yourself, that like make the difference. And we were just talking about finding that extramural activity that one can do outside work, where either you go to the gym or you pick up a cooking hobby or whatever it is that takes you away from the space. But now the problem is you're always plugged in. You go to work, you're plugged in. On your devices, you're always plugged in. So that's where the issue is.
Very interesting, very interesting. As we are unpacking, of course, this conversation, we are asking the question that when work clocks out, does it really? Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Shows, the hashtag that you need to use. We want to hear your thoughts. The WhatsApp line is open, 0604933226. Let us see each other right after this.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature.
Let's go.
My name is NommyP.
Stepping in the spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my, yeah. Talk of the city with that body. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. Yeah, that thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart, baby. All I need is you. All I need is you. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila.
All right, so in light of what we are talking about, where your time gets hijacked, I've got some questions at rapid fire, right? And I know people will say it depends, but come along with me on this one. So your boss calls at 7 p.m. asking for a quick update. What do you do? Do you take the call immediately? Do you send a message or call back tomorrow, or just let it go to voicemail?
Quick update.
Yeah.
No, I would take a call immediately because it's quick. It's not going to take 1 hour because there's quick in there. It's like, hey, Dwana, quick something. It's fine.
But
I'll
some
take
would
the
say,
call.
look, if it's an update, just email or send a text.
Yeah.
Why call if it's an update? Right? Second one is an urgent email. So you're having dinner with your family. When an email marked urgent arrives, do you respond immediately? Do you check whether it's genuinely urgent, or do you leave it until the next work day?
I would check whether it's urgent first.
So in other words, you would disrupt your dinner time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
Number 3, annual leave. So you're on annual leave, right? So with annual leave interruption, you're on leave and a colleague contacts you because they can't find an important file.
Getting in the hey, Emanyana. Hey, wait, Baba. I find your way.
I'm not around. Okay,
not
so
around.
the other one is on a Friday evening request where it's 6 p.m. on a Friday. Your boss asks for a presentation first thing Monday morning, but it is
Friday.
Yeah, so
He's
it's a Friday.
asking for a presentation for Monday.
Yeah, so it's Friday, but they're asking that on Monday submit a presentation.
On Friday?
Yeah.
That's a short notice because on the weekend I'm not doing work stuff.
So
you're right per Monday.
So would you in other words, would you spend your weekend working on it, or do some planning now and finish it later, or start working on it on Monday?
No, honestly, I would say Friday I'll give myself some time to work on it. But now if it's like 11:30 at Friday, I haven't finished, then I drop everything. I'll see it on Monday morning.
Right. And then the last one here is recognition for after hours responses, right? So your manager often praises employees who respond after hours. So njengoba shooting a town hall or an email, which, thank you for to the individuals that dedicate their time towards all of this, right? So do you, after you hear that, do you also then make your time available after hours, or do you respond only when something is genuinely important, or you maintain your boundaries regardless?
No, guys, can we please maintain our boundaries? So go to just because they can respond whenever they're at the vacation. It doesn't mean that I also have to do that.
The same thing.
We'll clap hands for you. Well done, my brother. Well done. But for me, can we please maintain our boundaries?
All right, so the question we're asking this morning, so rate yourself from a scale of 1 to 10. How good are you at switching off from work? That's the question on a scale of 1 to 10. Let us know in the comments. But yeah, I'm interested to see what you guys have to say.
Yeah.
1 to 10. I'm on a 9 out of 10, my brother.
You can easily switch
off. Like, I think, you see, the option that you gave at the beginning when you said, that people are going to say it depends. It does, though. It really does. And you referenced the skits that Veronica does on social media, right? Those are perfect examples. But it really does depend on the type of employment that you're in. Where in our case, you remember the last time, I think about 2 weeks ago when we were talking about it, even yesterday I think Mo and I talked about it, we can't help that our personal lives contribute to the work that we do. Right, you come across a story, there's something that you experienced. Like yesterday, we were out at the Soweto Theatre. Like all of those things contribute to most of the content that we put on the table. So if I have an idea and I'm, hey, Mr. B, there's something I came across quickly, please help me with the thought. One understand, this job specifically bleeds into, or our personal lives bleed into this job.
I leave it until Monday.
Right? No, I'm not saying we should concentrate.
I see.
You see it, you acknowledge it.
Like,
sure, acknowledgement. Not you're gonna come into studio and open the laptop and it's Saturday, man. You're with your family or Sunday. But there's other jobs like in a corporate space. I don't brief Saturday, and I'm out at a bride. Like, no, my brother, like, no. So this thing, it's manipulative tactics.
I mean, people take their laptops everywhere.
No,
but if
people do that,
if maybe I'm somewhere and then you're like, hey guys, can we have like a smallanyana
meeting?
Like, okay, are you gonna pay us for the extra time that you're taking? Because I'm spending time and I'm spending money.
You see, guys, there are some people here. They said they wanted the job.
Manipulative tactics.
Now that the job is presented.
Manipulative tactics. You know how at jobs they call managers and but I think it's manipulative tactics, Mr. B, more than anything else. You're praising this person who clearly does not see that they're being manipulated, in the hopes that everyone else will follow suit. And it's like, no, after 5 it's chill, bro. Like,
I mean, there's campaign work. After 5 or because there's work that just happens on social media. So it's like, hey man, did you notice the numbers are, or there's a spelling error on a post that you posted when you did it.
I mean, that one, we understand it's not going to take, because I feel like there's a certain amount of time that you can let people hijack. Don't take more than 20 minutes or 30 minutes.
Okay, but like you're on a dinner table. In fact, you're on a dinner date,
no,
dinner
I'm
date.
I'm saying you're on a dinner date. I'm like, Mo, there's a word that you misspelled and look at my lady, sponsor.
I'll see you 2 weeks, 2 hours from now. I'll respond to that message. I'm genuinely genuine.
You see that's the sponsor, ne? And I'm afraid to
spell.
Hey, I must spell a spice.
I must spell a spell. Vooka or something like that. Yeah,
fix it. Kanye. Fix that thing you posted. Fix it.
It depends on the urgency, man. And
it's urgent, guys.
Yeah, like,
because
no,
my man,
bro,
listen. This is a paid ad.
Yeah,
it's a paid ad, and every single hour, 20,000 people see that ad, and
so
the spelling.
It will cost us.
It will.
Like how would it cost us? Because
reputation.
Vooka. No, guys, it's a
Spell,
mistake.
spell.
It's a simple.
They don't know.
Typo.
So I say, hey, Vooka. It's like-
Underground.
You know what I mean?
Then you miss the U. But like, I mean, yeah, Mr. B, it really does depend. Like, how urgent is this thing? Like,
It's urgent.
Like in that case,
urgent.
sure.
There's a spelling error.
There's
Then
extremes.
pay for it.
Yeah, there's extremes. Sure. Hey, Mara, where do I send my invoice?
So pay for something you made.
Yeah.
Where do I send the invoice? But yeah, there's certain things like, hey, MooCee, there's an idea that I'm thinking of. Here's a topical discussion, or like there's a possible interview we're gonna have with a guest. I'll do those questions when I get home, man.
Yeah.
I'll do them in the AMs. Like no, man.
So just before we wrap up on this one, so imagine who interview process by Akbuza.
Sure.
Can you work under pressure?
Yes,
I can.
absolutely.
I really want the job.
Yes.
Sharp. Now, this job may require you to work odd hours.
On your
all
spare
right?
time.
Yeah.
Is it stipulated though?
Yeah.
And am I compensated for those odd hours?
Well, here's a package you agree to it if you do, Yabo. But then, if that's the case, would you then say no? But this is after hours, because we say typically it is from 9 to 5.
Sure.
Yabo.
Sure.
And then after that, it's your free time. But sometimes it may require you to work after hours.
Yeah, man, you weigh the things here, Mo, or maybe getting it black. I mean, yesterday Mo and I were talking about something that we wanted to prepare for the show, and it's like, hey Mo, when you get the chance, not when you get home, when you get the chance, go through it. Please send it to me, and then I'll go through it myself, and then I'll respond back to you. Right? Not gore anong am obliged ka bo 8:30 at home. Imagine you're with Mpilo, no mama Mpilo, and now I'm here.
Getting
the
calls.
urgency. I think it really does depend on the type of employment. Firstly, because you can't be sending me spreadsheets. Ka bo 9. Hey MooCee, the spreadsheet. No, chief. How urgent is this? I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning.
The investor wants it.
Investor time.
I mean, one of the things that we have seen and the studies that have been done is there's people who don't have a lot of responsibilities, hence they take work home.
Exactly. Motana life. They think everyone, it applies to everyone. Exactly. You're right, Mo.
Then they will
You're
send work to you and say, hey, I want you to do this to me. Guys. I mean, there's also the word in itself, hijacking. You know, hijacking is like taking something by force. So you're taking my time by force, basically. You say you
and you're
want
not paying me.
You're not paying me.
But hey, I'm getting pressure from the top.
As much as you know what I said at this one place that I was working at. Yes, I said exactly that. You know what I said to this lady. So this lady says, hey guys, our director at the time, is giving us pressure. You guys don't submit your things on time, blah 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 blah. And I was like, as much as you are getting pressure from him to give to us, we're taking it back to you. Because what was happening around the time was that Basenda Dilo lady expecting us to jump. At this one time, I remember it was a Sunday and I was going out at night with my friends. Like it was around 7, 8 at night, and usually with my friends we go, we chill, we hang out, we'll come back around 11 or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They send a performance list. You be in a mode. There was about like 6-7 songs that we had to learn, Mr. B, for rehearsal tomorrow morning. And they expect, and it was one of those, those gigs where there's going to be dignitaries and stuff like that. So they require your ID numbers or things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
And so we had to submit those things very quickly so that we get the pass, right, to gain entrance, to gain access to the venue. And it's like, guys, what are we talking about here? 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you're sending these things this late, and I have a life that I'm living. And they were expecting us to have learned those 6-7 songs by tomorrow morning, and the call time was like 8-9 in the morning. Like, what are you doing? 12 hours for me to learn 7 songs. I have a life that I'm living, as much as it's a Sunday night, but I have a life. So I told her, as much as you're putting pressure to us, put pressure to him. Stop sending things late, expecting us to leave everything and drop everything that we're doing so that we can accommodate you. So I would say, if you're getting pressure, I'm giving you pressure as well. Too short notice. As much as I can work under pressure, this is not what I signed up for.
I mean, as the schools have reopened today, imagine as a parent you are getting a text from a teacher at school to say, it's a weekend. You are out with your daughter at a park, and then the school teacher sends through an assignment that your kid needs to do.
Exactly, you're right, Mom.
Like, okay, what do you do then?
As a parent, yeah.
We are so parking assignment.
Yes.
Because there's like
there's
teachers.
pressure.
Yeah, there's pressure on that, and there's teachers who do that.
And teachers have to submit their year end of term marks.
I mean, with school, we know Gucci, it has been what's the word where things are planned out, gosh, yeah, boy.
Yeah, plan.
So I wouldn't really expect that from teachers. But if it does happen, I wouldn't do it.
if a child, I've seen, if a child is underperforming, they would do that to say, I think your child needs more time, on this subject.
But at least it's communicated, I think.
Yeah. But now it's taking more of the child's time and your time, because you have to be present while you are going through whatever that you're going through with your child. But yeah, let us know what you think right there on the comment section as we are wrapping up this conversation about employers hijacking your personal time whenever you are spending it with your family or with your friend. I see some of the comments were coming through right there. The first one came through from Mam Timbim saying, good morning, Vooka, Underground Radio GBN fam, and of course our smart, creative, energetic Vooka team on a beautiful sunny Tuesday. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. Hashtag Happy Tuesday Day. Choosing our team. Stay safe, take care, and be blessed. Hashtag Rise and Shine. Thank you so much for those profound, beautiful words, and we'll make sure that we choose ourselves on this beautiful Tuesday. And then Mami Kalani coming through saying, good morning, Vooka Nation and Vooka team. Sivugile. Happy Tuesday. Stay blessed. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And then Miss Q Rams coming through saying, good morning, Vooka Nation. Happy Tuesday to you all. I choose me today, making sure that I make myself happy and giving myself the best that I can.
Self-love is the first form.
Yeah.
What? Self-care is the first form. Self-care is the first form of self-love. Yeah.
And make sure that you do not let your employers hijack your personal time.
But she is her own employer though. Yeah.
Okay. And then Z coming through saying, good morning, Vooka Nation, Underground Radio DBN, and the amazing energetic team. I wish it was yesterday again. Enjoyed seeing the broadcasting boys in flesh. Stay blessed.
Yeah, man. Shout out. So cool seeing her. Man. Yeah, I wish we had a bit more time, just to hang out. But it was very good seeing her, and I like that she liked the lunch that we got, man.
Yeah,
that was the first time.
Eyes mine.
You didn't enjoy it.
I don't like cold food.
The pork dog.
I don't like cold food.
I didn't think. I don't mind.
No, but even the texture, I was worried because you guys have had cases in the past where after eating.
Yeah, you have like
like a running tummy.
Sure.
So I was worried, but I'm okay.
I mean, I had to enjoy it because it was Mandela Day. We were celebrating 67 minutes of Mandela. So some of the things you need to enjoy them just because of the event. I understand. So anything that
That's
you do,
funny.
guys, you can't be saying, hey, the food is bad. No, guys.
You can.
If it's Mandela Day, nothing is bad.
I never get
Nothing is bad.
And Mandela Day, if it 2 days before that.
It's still Mandela month.
When we have time, can we ask Kanye what you did for
67 minutes to commemorate Mandela. Of course, we are asking everyone who is watching.
Mandela's fair, guys.
67 minutes, like it's a must.
It's a must.
That's it.
Okay.
It's a thing that must happen. Companies must tell employees.
It's a must.
Do something for 67 minutes.
So what happens in an instance where an employer feels like they don't want to commemorate the day?
Why are you not commemorating?
Why should I?
I mean, you got the freedom because of the guy. You are working because of that guy right now.
Utinu because of the
what
guy.
What do you mean? We got the freedom.
Utinu freedom.
We got
guys.
everything that we need because that guy stood up and fought for us.
Yep.
It's a long journey to freedom.
It's that guy.
He is that guy. We need to commemorate
that's him.
that guy. I understand. And then Z coming through saying, Mina, guys, I can switch quickly from work to personal life.
Yeah.
Since COVID and working from home, I had to learn to separate the two and use my time well. I don't feel bad closing the laptop during my time because it's
good.
my time. It's my time. right? Which is very interesting. Keep those comments coming. We also want to hear your thoughts. But you know that we always have very interesting stuff that are going on when it comes to today and what happened in history.
Yes, sir. I mean, the other day we were talking about the day of death being better than
Yesterday,
the
it
day
was
of birth,
yesterday
right?
morning.
So there's a scripture in the Bible that says that one's day of death is better than his day of birth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, when I say he, I mean man, not Tuti Amachita Pela, right? Because as much as we celebrate birthdays, we also observe the days in which historic figures also passed on. So today in history, Chief Albert Luthuli dies in 1967 on July 21st, right? So Chief Albert Luthuli, President General of the ANC and the first African Nobel Peace Prize winner, died near Grootville in KwaZulu-Natal, a leading advocate of non-violent resistance against apartheid. His leadership and moral courage helped bring international attention to South Africa's struggle for freedom.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know if you guys still feel Uguti, the day of death is it's better than
birthday.
Yeah.
Nah,
because your
it's not.
struggles are over, man.
No, I mean, there's a few ways to look. Well, at least maybe these two ways to look at it for now. And I still say, like, your day of birth is I know, man. In the sense that, because what this notion is saying is that, or what it implies is that the minute you are born, you are born for problems and for hardship and for suffering. That's what it's implying. And that by virtue of that, you moving on and passing over from this physical 3D earth that we're living in, you are no longer suffering.
Which is true.
Right? Well, I don't know.
Tell me if it's not.
Oh, guys, like God earth, it's very nice in the world. Like in the look, don't get me wrong, we have problems. The world has so many issues and challenges and struggles and sufferings. There's people, like there's a Syria thing happening, Middle East, people are fighting. There's a lot happening.
Yeah.
But the opposite is also true.
That
Gumnandi mhlabeni.
yeah, but then
Right.
when you pass on, you hear phrases like "Ulale ngoxolo."
Yeah, well,
rest
we
in
are hoping
peace,
that you will rest
you know
in
what I
peace,
mean,
right? Sure.
and all of those things. So the suffering stops.
But the implication here with this one is that one being born into the world experiences suffering, and you only experience peace when you pass on.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't think that's completely true.
So you suffer when you pass on.
No. What I'm saying is you can also experience peace while alive, can you not?
You can.
Absolutely.
But, as the duality.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're peace and suffering.
Sure.
But you also get suffering as part
As
of the
yeah. Even in this instance, Khore, you are not guaranteed absolute peace when you pass on. So this notion
you are.
No, says who?
You are.
None of us has passed on, so we don't know what happens when we move on.
Yeah, but I know what's coming
You
next.
You don't. You hope you do.
No, I do know.
You've been taught that you know.
No, but I do know.
You don't, Mr. B. None of us knows at the last.
No, but
at the
I mean,
last.
I've gone to a astral plane, so I know what's there.
Nah, Mr. B. None of us knows.
Young piggies.
Yes, absolutely. I stand on it. That one.
Okay.
None of us knows. So
how sure are you, Guti? I have not astral projected.
Well, I'm not completely
and
sure.
I don't know, and I don't know
what I stand on is that you don't know what is because astral projection is not death.
Right, but
yes.
then it's you experiencing. I'll call it the world, but outside your 3D.
The 3D,
exactly.
absolutely.
So
yes,
so Piggy is good. I don't know what's on the other side.
I stand on it.
But how though?
I do. None
How?
of us knows, guys. None of us knows what happens.
But
after
how?
Because you know why? You know why, right? Because you've never died. I know that because you've never died. You're a still living person. I can touch you. You're
Sure.
here.
So now what you're saying is, in order for you to experience the other side, you have to die.
No. To experience whether or not one experiences absolute peace at death, you have to die. whether or not one experiences, because that's what you're saying.
You're gonna have to die.
Absolutely, Mr. B.
So if you have not yet experienced physical death, ne, where the soul and your body separate, then you don't know what's going on.
Absolutely, I stand on that. Astral projection is not death. Can we agree on that?
It's you're right. It is
it's
not.
You living your 3D physical body, but being able to come back to it.
Yeah, but then
yes.
I've got experience of what's on the other side.
Yeah, what you have experienced, it might not necessarily be what happens or what one goes through when they pass on or when they die.
But that's speculation.
Exactly. No, I know you are speculating.
I'm not. I'm telling you, I've been to the other side. Mo, you've heard stories of abantu bakutshela ukuthi no mina
I've crossed the threshold.
And I came back.
I mean, the man who we are going to be highlighting right now on celebrity birthdays, Babu Vusamazulu.
Exactly.
Abuti Credo.
Yeah.
Abuti Credo.
Credo has been on the other side.
He has.
But you know what my thing is, Mr. B, right?
Or has he not?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. When I can pill and when I can touch you here. But my chat here is that Abuti Credo. All right. So my thing here, Mr. B, is that because this one is implicating one thing and is discarding the other. All right. And so we have learned that, and from quite a few people who have come here on a Thursday, on Spiritual Alignment Thursdays, there is a possibility of suffering even on the other side. So none of us are guaranteed
so when you
absolute
say possibility,
peace.
Right?
Yes. Because we are all hoping.
That's speculating. Let's agree. Because you don't know.
Would I use the word speculating? No, but for lack of a better word, I'll stick with it.
Because you're not sure.
Sure. But the hope here and what we're crossing our fingers with is that right? Because we're all visitors in this 3D physical world we're living in. None of us is guaranteed to live here forever, right? So the hope is that based on whatever you believe in and where your faith lies, when you eventually leave this 3D physical world we're living in, you will experience absolute peace. Right? That's the hope, and that's what we're crossing our fingers for. But the opposite could also be true. There is a possibility.
But you're crossing your fingers because you do not know.
Yes, that's what I mean, Jorge.
That's
and
the
that
difference.
Applies to all of us.
No,
it does, Mr. B.
Umehluko is that when you're not sure, so that's why you're crossing your fingers
and hoping. Yes.
I mean, I know for a fact there's a difference between.
So how do you know, Mr. B?
There's a difference between because I've been there.
So you know what's waiting for you.
How do I know that there's milk and honey that side, ne? Or even 77 virgins waiting for me? How do I know? That's because I've been there.
So when you absolutely know what's waiting for you?
I've been there.
So you know what's waiting for you?
I know.
After you pass on?
After I separate with this body, I know.
Interesting.
That's crazy. Very. I think it's a conversation we can have extensively, quite.
Yeah. But of course, continuing from Albert Lutuli, because I see that we have so many apartheid activists right here. In Rumlangeni, who passed on this day in 2020, right? An anti-apartheid veteran in Rumlangeni died at the age of 95, imprisoned on Robben Island alongside Nelson Mandela after Rivonia trial. He later served Democratic South Africa as a member of parliament and remained a respected voice for justice and reconciliation. So for those, of course, who know history, they would know Horentate in Rumlangeni, the works that he was doing.
Robben Island. You gotta respect, bro.
No, besides the part, I see that one. It's gonna make people think that we know. Well, we do know what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, of course.
No, but what I'm saying to you, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah. And then lastly, yesterday we were celebrating Moon. What was it?
International Moon Day.
International Moon Day.
Yeah, that's when the ship landed on the moon.
Sure.
Yeah, but today is when they were moonwalking.
That's funny.
So I don't know. I mean, did they sleep?
Did they sleep?
24 hours, ne? And then the next day, that's when they decided, hey, let's pull out the rover and let's do the moonwalk.
Yeah.
Moonwalk like Michael Jackson.
So on this day, I'm a boss, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin completed humanity's first moonwalk during the Apollo 11 mission. The achievement demonstrated the power of science, innovation, and international ambition, inspiring generation of engineers, researchers, and explorers worldwide. Right, that's what happened on this day, the 21st of July in 1969. And then
Yes,
heading over to the celebrations of this morning on this day. So today is day number 202 of 2026, and we are left with 163 days, and it is a useful opportunity to reflect on your goals that you have achieved, because this is the second half of the year. Reassess your priorities and make the most of the months that are still ahead. Very, very interesting. And then getting into some of the national days that we are celebrating on this morning.
This one is a very interesting one, right? Because we are celebrating National Be Someone Day. National Be Someone Day. And perhaps
a fake.
So National Be Someone, you're wondering, right? You're sitting at home, and from wherever you are tuned in from, what is National Be Someone Day? So this is Awareness Day, or this Awareness Day encourages people to make a meaningful difference in a young person's life through mentoring, guidance, support, or simple acts of kindness. The focus is on creating lasting positive impacts through everyday actions. That's a cool one, I think. I think that's a cool one, and one we can observe and maybe perhaps even employ, right, and exercise. Mentoring, do you think you would be a good mentor to a young person? I mean, you're in your, like, what? Almost like late 20s now, Mr. Mo. There's a 19, 18-year-old out there, 20-year-old. Do you think you'd be a good mentor?
I think right now I wouldn't put myself in that position of being a mentor, because I feel like I still need more life experiences, because there's someone who's 17 who can mentor me on how they have lived. Understand? So I feel like I also need like more life experiences so that I can get to a point, because if somebody says they want mentorship from me, I'm going to tell them that, hey, Mfetu, I think we both need mentorship than me mentoring you. So
to the 17-year-old.
Hey, let's figure this thing out together.
Let's see,
But for some life experiences that you've gone through, right? Can you offer mentorship?
I mean, for someone who wants to be a football player, a soccer player, a young boy who thinks they know everything, I think I would be able to give them some, nuggets of wisdom to say, Ntwana, this needs discipline. You can have skill, all the talent in the world, but if you don't have discipline, you won't go anywhere.
Yeah, pallets of wisdom.
Do you think, with regards to the sport itself, to like the business and the theory of the sport or sporting code, or to the actual physical play, when you're on the field, on how to block the noise, on what the noise can do to you, right? And then the business aspect, I think it will come after, because that one is broad, like it's very broad, as you can play, or you can be a professional South African football player. It's different when you are in Europe, if you are a professional player. So those are kind of like broad, but if when we talk about physical, because we know how it feels like to break your boundaries physically, when you are training, when you are trying to achieve a certain level of goals when it comes to your physique and things. So that one, I think I would be able to give like a mentorship to someone. I don't know about you guys. That's cool. Mentoring. Yeah. I know, man. I don't, like, I mean, a couple of months ago when we did the Topsy
knockout.
The knowledge knockout. Yeah, the Topsy knowledge knockout. One of the fathers of the contestants was like, hey man, I'll mentor umtanami, man. I'm like, hey, my dude. It's like, I'm so patala, man. I'm into that's when you good, man. And you know what my thing is when it comes to that, right? And I think this is where a lot of us in society maybe might get it messed up. And I wanna hear what Oz's thoughts are on this one, because he's someone who does quite a bit of public speaking and mentoring and things of that nature. I think Mr. B and I could be wrong, but what I think, and this is something that I've observed in quite a few spaces and industries, is that because someone is good at something, and it matters not what the craft is or what the space is, but because someone is good at a particular specific thing, we tend to think that that person can teach that thing or can mentor that thing. And I've seen and experienced that that's not the case. That is absolutely not the case. Because I am good maybe at being on the Vooka breakfast show, means not that I can take a 21-year-old, 20-year-old who's wanting to get into the space of radio and presenting and teach them what presenting is about. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because I have been a singer for almost 15, 16 years now, going on 20, means not that I can teach you how to sing. Because a Moeketsi Maimane played soccer in his younger days and went quite far in almost getting to the Premier League or professional level, means not that you can be a coach and we're not so about a coach and like, what are we doing? Do you get what I'm trying to say? And where we also get it mixed up is because we don't necessarily see that people who are good teachers, chances are most of them were taught how to teach. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I myself, Mr. Mo, Mr. B, was taken through the process of standing in front of a choir of musicians or of singers or of a band, and I was directed. This is what you do when you stand in front of a choir. This is the difference between conducting a full choir with a full orchestra versus a 40-30 piece choir with no orchestra whatsoever. Like, there's quite a few things, implications that contribute to it, right? And so that's my chat, Mr. Mo. So would I be a good mentor to a young person? Honestly, if I'm being sincere and honest with myself, I don't know. And the I don't know is slightly falling on the no side, right? Would I teach you how to sing? Absolutely. That I can do. But mentoring
do you want to mentor
no.
I think that's the
no.
No. But then if you ask me, I do want to. So I just need to develop the courage. But I want to.
You would go embark on that journey of mentoring a young person. That's cool.
I mean, I've seen that a lot of people, they kind of like equate someone who has been a professional to say, because like they have invited, celebrities at our school, and we have good man. Guys, you can do this. I mean, like,
I believe in you. And that's not the case.
I mean, they would call someone.
Some crafts, like what we were talking about yesterday, Yabo. When you see Tom Cruise on the screen, you probably don't recognize Uguti. There's a team, an army behind him to make him Tom Cruise, right? So, that's where we are. But that's that, Bo, because some of us want to achieve our goals, but then we find ourselves procrastinating. So, and hopefully we're gonna dive into that.
This morning we are celebrating National Be Someone Day. So wherever you are, just make sure that you be someone, and you just dive deeper within yourself, your personality, your character, and maybe be kind or mentor someone or give an advice, to someone who may need it. So those are the national days that we are celebrating. And then speaking of celebrating, we do have some of the celebrity birthdays right here that are going to be mentioning shortly. And if you happen to know anyone or you are growing up on the 21st of July 2026, come through and let's make your birthday special off. If you know someone and you would like to give them a special shout out, send through their name, and of course make sure that you mention them. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag that you need to use. Just before we get into that, Kanye,
but you guys never made my day special. I'm mad at you.
You were not here.
Even if
we did a birthday advance.
I didn't even get a single message from
us. Wait, didn't I send her a happy birthday? I sent you a happy birthday.
But even on Monday,
her present, she was there.
Even on Monday, we highlighted
I had to stay with me.
Because I said, look, babes, when I
go and enjoy the
that's
birthday.
Exactly what we did.
Didn't I wish you a happy birthday?
Yeah, because
did you?
Batumba Mudimo.
Please show me a screenshot. Did you?
Batumba Mudimo.
So
what about to check it out?
Airing our bad laundry here. And we did it on Monday. Like, go watch episode 301.
Did you?
Go watch episode 301.
No, read it. Let me read it.
No, the response is not appropriate, man.
Don't read. Oh, la cheta. Why bona, man? Oh, la tota. You guys, you connect.
The response is not appropriate.
You
There's
connect.
kids here.
But yeah, no, man, we did Kanye. We highlight people's
sang.
birthday. We did it on Monday. You were not here on Monday.
No, I'll remember back to the
go watch
episode.
episode
Thank you,
301, man. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Who's celebrating
When
their
I had to
birthdays?
zokhuluma something ukuthi chomi yakhe birthday or something.
Hey, then I'm expecting like a friend, a family member.
Oh no,
you
one
know?
of my friends is actually having a birthday today. Noma. Yeah, happy birthday, Noma Sonto. I love you so much.
Shout out to Noma Sonto.
Shut up.
Noma Sonto wish that she would have she or he. Phela
Gee,
le
yaw,
banna ba
Noma
ka
Sonto,
bona
hayibo,
Noma Sonto.
ukhona Noma Sonto wendoda.
It's
Hey,
possible.
but
According to you.
It's possible.
Yeah, okay.
Khona le bobusi ba banna. What do you mean?
New lie.
Right, but yeah, if you know anyone, send through their name for a happy birthday shout out. But the individuals that we are celebrating on this morning, starting off with the first one, it's Cat Stevens, who's turning 78 years. Born on this day, 1948, in London, England, known globally as Cat Stevens and later Yusuf Islam. He is celebrated for classic songs, including Wild World and Morning Has Broken, and remains an influential singer and songwriter. And lastly, one of our own, the man that I adore so much. This man, his stories are very, very interesting in
Credo
terms
V.
of Credo V.
Abuti Credo.
This is the only Credo that I know.
Utengi ngafa. Ngafela ubala.
This is the only Credo that I know, right? Ntate Credo Mutwa was born on this day in 1921, and if Credo was still alive, he would have turned 105 years. He was born in KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. Credo Mutwa was a renowned traditional healer, author, and cultural historian whose work explored African mythology, folklore, and spirituality. He remains a celebrated figure in preserving indigenous knowledge and heritage. What's one thing that's interesting that you've heard about Credo Mutwa?
Shapeshifters.
Yeah.
He called them Shitauras.
Tauri. Yeah. Interesting is when he told the story that he ate a hand of a dead body. 2 days. The body was buried in 2 days, and he was told for him to, get access to certain knowledge. He needs to eat.
Guys, do you not? Okay, let me not, because we're gonna go into an entire conversation.
Yeah,
about it.
so I watched that whole 3-hour interview with him with David Icke, which I still find interesting, and I don't know if YouTube still has it, because most of his work, was brought down, because there was this other one where he was talking to tourists at the Credo Mutwa village, right, and that video was brought down. I don't know why, right? So I'm not sure if that video is still available, but yeah, Credo Mutwa is someone that has interesting stories to tell for days. And we've also heard that some of his books were also taken away. Why? We still don't know what those books carry. But so that's what we have in terms of celebrity birthdays. Anyone from your sides who is growing up?
21 July, no.
Yeah.
No. I think for June, July, that's it, man. Unless someone, I'll think of someone. But I don't think I have anyone else. For this month. I mean, the only other birthday that we're looking forward to is yours on the 11th, right?
Yeah.
But I also have a friend on the 9th of August. And then after that, the Virgo season is going to be up. So we're just waiting for Cancerians to pass through. We're waiting for Leos to get over and done with their thing. And then, of course, we're going to be celebrating a new season. Right?
I don't know. Maybe we should introduce some horoscopes on the show.
We should,
right?
I think. I think that would be cool. That would be cool. Like what to expect for your season, or for a certain season of a horoscope coming in. Yeah, that would be cool, I think.
So there's a conversation we are about to get into after the break. Mr. Osvaldo is going to be joining us to talk us everything about beating Procrastination, right? So if you have any questions that you need to ask him, please do so by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or send your voice note through by dialing the number 0604933226. And then later we're going to be diving into a conversation about disciplinary camp.
Oh yeah.
How far is too far?
Oh man, I look forward to that.
How
one.
far is too far is what we're going to be discussing. There's some clips. Of course, we know of the famous Latgaga Mr. Moloto, who wakes you up around 3 a.m. and takes you to... Right. But after the break, we'll be joined by Mr. Oza himself. So stay put for this one right after this.
Yes, sir.
Put you on trial. I was just a young child. Gave you 25 to life, all these years gone by. And you never asked why. All you did was pray to God, all you did was wait your time. Now you about to come home, and I'm about to have a child. It's gonna be worthwhile. It's gonna be worthwhile. Remember nights I cried, now we at the finish line. You was only 21 with a son on the run, no. You was living in the jungle. Got charged for a murder and some weed and a gun, no. You was moving like Rumbo. Did your time like a champ, never rumble. You was on the wrong path, you was young though. You ain't never let it break you, stay humble. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see the fire and the pain in my mama's eyes. I was just a little boy, I always wonder why. Cause you couldn't help raise me by her side. I was taught to speak the truth and never tell a lie. But I know you wasn't capable of homicide. You was just a real nigga, always down the ride. I thank God that he gave you a second time. You got caught up in the field, but you still alive. For the fam, yeah, I know you never jeopardized. All the time that you did it only made you wise. Collect call 30 seconds, yeah, I love you. Learned a lot of life lessons from my uncles. This a letter to my pops up top, and it's still fuck cops. I don't eat pork chops, no. So we got the city on lock, it's going down, young jock, yeah. Then they put you on trial. I was just a young child. Gave you 25 to life, all these years gone by. And you never asked why. All you did was pray to God, all you did was wait your time. Now you about to come home, and I'm about to have a child. It's gonna be worthwhile. It's gonna be worthwhile. Remember nights I cried, now we at the finish line. All these trials, tribulation. All these trials,
man.
situation.
17 minutes past 9. It is the time you're still hanging out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. If you have just joined us, we are both live on YouTube and Underground Radio. You can, of course, enhance the experience of listening to the Vooka Breakfast Show by downloading the Underground Radio app, which is both available on Android and iOS. Before the break, we, of course, told you that we're going to be joined by Mr. Oz himself. Last week, we were here talking everything boredom. That boredom can unleash your superpowers. Boredom can make you be someone who has great ideas in a boardroom. Be bored.
Be bored. Be bold. Be bold and bored.
It was a very interesting one, but this one that we're going to get into, of course, comes from being bored and now knowing how to, use boredom
utilize
to, unleash those superpowers. Because there are people who work on themselves to a point that they promise that they will do something and then later find out that they delay, right? So we're going to be getting into a conversation about beating procrastination.
I procrastinate, I'm done. Procrastinate.
That's how some of my friends will pronounce
procrastination.
Procrastination.
Procrastinate.
The very, very big
procrastination. Stuff, man.
Right, interesting. But before we get deep into that, I just want to ask Mr. if you are someone who...
A procrastinator?
Yeah.
I am, quite.
Yeah.
I am, and it's something that I noticed about myself years ago. But there was something. I'll find the thing. There's something I read. These short memes, that talk about why people procrastinate and things of that nature. And there's something I actually came across on TikTok this morning talking about boredom. It's just that I didn't go deep into it.
Yeah.
Because I think. Now I reference one of the things that you mentioned in one of the conversations sometime last year, Mr. Oz, when you mentioned that. And I think I just mentioned it to Banele before the break. As much as something is truth on the one side, even on the opposite, right? And I remember we spoke about tonal scales and how, as much as you experience the lows, there is the highs that you can experience, and there's a good that you can take from a certain experience or situation or scenario that you go through.
Yes.
So I think even with boredom, Mr. Mo, and with regards to procrastination itself, as much as it can work against you, it can also, on the opposite side, work for you.
Yes.
I don't know, what would you say to something like that?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
Yes,
part.
sir.
Yeah. But I'm in total agreement with that part. Because procrastination is a feedback. So no one is inherently disciplined or no one is inherently lazy. So I think procrastination speaks to the label of someone who's been lazy. And then, I think we'll get into it a little bit. I don't know if I start or you start. I don't know how this thing goes.
No, you should by now, man. You're part of the family now. Now you're no longer a guest now.
I'm no longer a guest.
Now you're no longer a guest.
Already we are delaying. We are postponing already.
Procrastinating.
We're already procrastinating.
Yeah. Interesting. Because one would ask themselves, because I feel like there's people who self-diagnose themselves. Just because they're not disciplined in doing certain tasks, they will say, "Yo, guys, I suffer from ADHD. I suffer from this." But in your own thoughts, if you could, explain why do people procrastinate even when they know what they should do, what would you say?
What I would first then start saying is that procrastination is a label, right? And where does that label derive from? So I always speak about values. I think once you understand values and see things from values perspective, you start to understand why human beings do certain things and why human beings don't do certain things.
Yeah.
So if you remember, I said that we all have a hierarchy of values, a set of hierarchy of values.
Yeah.
Where we've got a hierarchy where we've got the most important thing all the way down to the least important thing. So the thing that we do the most and value the most, we inherently make decisions on those things and then we act on those things very decisively. We don't waste time and we do those things very quickly. Then the lower down we go in our value structure, the longer we take to make decisions and the longer we take to act on those decisions. And now because we all have different value structures, they're like fingerprints.
Sure, definitely.
Your hierarchy of values is different from
To
mine.
yours, yes.
And his is different from mine.
Yeah.
It's all very different. Then what happens is, if I'm judging things based on my hierarchy of values, and let's say at the very top of my hierarchy of values is I've got exercising as the thing for me.
Sure.
I talk about exercising, I make decisions on exercising. As soon as I get money, I buy protein, I pay for gym, I buy running shoes, I am running all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what's the highest on my values. Then he comes, his is completely different.
Yeah.
Him exercising is probably lower down on his value structure. Then we have the conversation of how many times do you gym a week? He says, well,
Yeah.
I might, maybe for 30 minutes, I do 40 push-ups.
I don't mind missing a week.
I don't mind missing
Sure.
a week. Then I will label him as someone who procrastinates to exercise.
Ah, I see what you mean.
Right? So now he procrastinates based on my values and judgments.
Yeah.
Now, because of that, what I would be telling him is that you should be exercising at least 4 times a week.
Yeah.
So that that comes from there is an injected value structure that I'm imposing
on me. Oh, wow.
So the moment I say you're procrastinating and you should be doing, I'm injecting my values onto him.
Yeah.
Now, he procrastinates when it comes to jogging, running, exercising, because for him, it's not something that he values.
Yes.
So he
Yeah.
procrastinates and doesn't do it because it's not something that he values most, and it's something that he doesn't see as the fulfillment
Yeah.
of his life,
Yeah.
Sure.
if I could put it that
Yeah.
way.
Sure.
So that's why we procrastinate. We procrastinate because we don't see how doing that action
Yeah.
is in the way of the fulfillment of a hierarchy of values.
Oh, wow.
But then again, that's just a label. No one procrastinates. We just perceive that they're procrastinating
Yes.
because
Yeah.
it's not in the fulfillment of our own value structure. So
Yeah.
we label him as someone who's lazy, who procrastinates and doesn't do the things that we are imposing on them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Sheesh.
with me, because I'm someone who, will always do his laundry, right? And if it's not something, that's that important, maybe a friend calls me over, I have laundry that I need to iron right there. I mean, I would wear something other than ironing because I don't feel like, but if Masego calls, hey, something happens in me. I turned into that guy who would, I would wash, I would iron and make sure, because I feel like there's some sets of values that are invincible, right? That we cannot see, or maybe that are brought, but by what we perceive to be a valuable moment, because if my friend calls me, it's like, Ndwana, I can see you anytime, right? But with this one, it's like, this maybe it's a one in a lifetime opportunity, so I need to act more quick, right? So this also comes to the issue of discipline, because if I'm a disciplined individual, I'll know that I need to value both people, and make sure that I do not outweigh the other person to say, no, I would do this for you, I would not do this for you. So let's talk about why is discipline more reliable than motivation itself.
Okay, so is Masego a male or female?
It's a female.
Okay, so there's
She's
two
a female.
functions of human beings. Either we're in fight or flight, or we are procreating.
That's a crazy distinction.
So if you're not in flight or fight, we are in the process of procreating. So I suppose that your procreation is more of a discipline than the other part, right? Okay, so what was the question here? Sorry about that. Yeah.
Discipline. Why is discipline more reliable than motivation?
Okay, so discipline is more reliable because it's driven from within.
Okay.
It's the actions that you take towards the fulfillment of a big vision, especially when it comes to self-discipline. Now, self-discipline is coming from within. You're looking at, inside action is the fulfillment of what I want to get fulfilled. Whereas motivation is something that comes from the outside. Again, it's that injected value. I can motivate you to exercise for 3-4 days
Okay.
if the reward is good enough.
Okay.
from the outside. So because the reward is from the outside, I have to also reward you from the outside for that particular action. Whereas with discipline, because you're doing the action and saying that, okay, this action is a fulfillment of the thing that I most want to do. So it's the reward. So doing that action is a reward in itself. You don't need an outside reward for it. Clear example, let's look at Rafael Nadal. We say he's disciplined in playing tennis. But to him, he's just playing tennis because it's the thing that he wants to fulfill the most.
Yeah.
So the discipline is coming from the inside, is coming from within. It's an intrinsic driven action that he says, okay, in towards the fulfillment of who I am and who I want to be, I'm taking this action. I don't mind doing this action 5 hours a day, 8 hours a day. That's the fulfillment of it.
Yeah.
But if I try to motivate you to play tennis, how long would you play tennis for? You'd start saying, okay, how much of, if I do this action, am I going to be able to procreate? I tell you, well, if you play tennis, women love guys who play tennis. You'll be like, okay, there's an outside reward. Then I tell you, well, the more you play tennis, the more money you're going to be paid.
That's the motivator.
You're like, oh, okay, now I want to play tennis. So that's the motivation. You need the outside reward for doing that action because of that motivation.
But then do you not think that the opposite can be true as well, in the sense that I can motivate myself to say, I know if I work hard at this and I put in the discipline, the time, the effort, and the determination, and everything else that's required, I know that I will eventually get to a point where I am on a very high functioning level of tennis player, and I'll also reap the financial rewards of being on that level. So I am motivated. Do you not think that that could also possibly be true?
It can be possibly true.
Sure.
It does work. I'm not saying that motivation doesn't work, but motivation is seeking a reward. Whereas when, again, I'm talking about living according to your highest values, right? And I'm looking at discipline from that perspective.
Sure.
That no matter what happens, you will continue to play tennis.
Sure.
So whereas with motivation, it says, well, I'm going to continue to do it until a certain point.
Oh,
and
I
if
see what you mean.
the rewards are not good enough.
Yeah.
I'm no longer motivated
to push through.
I see.
Let me change it, and it's no longer important.
So the discipline dissipates as well.
The discipline dissipates
because I see what you mean.
The reward
is not fulfilling.
It's not fulfilling.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. And so in turn, it also interferes, or rather has an effect on the hierarchy of your values and the things that you hold in regard of. This I want to do. This is like, I don't mind now.
Yeah.
Like missing practice would be like, yeah, it's fine. I get you. I get you. It makes quite a bit of sense. So, how can one really identify that supports lasting positive change? So, if I want to have lasting change with something that I hold quite high on my hierarchy scale, how do I ensure that the support that I have around me will sustain the change for the longest of times?
That's a good question.
Sure.
So if you're doing something based on the support, it won't last.
Okay.
Because you're seeking to have one side without the other side.
Sure.
So if you're seeking to have more support than the challenge, it's not gonna last because it's separated. So the challenge doesn't equal the support.
Okay.
So you're only doing it as long as it supports your hierarchy.
You're driven by the support.
You're driven by the support, which is again the motivation based action doing.
I see.
Where as long as the environment is good, I will do it.
You keep at it.
I'll keep at it. As long as there's people there to practice with, I will do it. But when you have both of them synchronized, where it doesn't matter whether the environment is good or bad, I will continue to do it. Even if the environment is challenging, I will continue to do it. So I don't know how to sort of say, well, only do it when there's a support and only continue to do it based on building up these support structures. But you need both sides in the fulfillment of your purpose and your dream. That's what I would say with that. I don't know how to sort of say.
No, I get you. I get what you mean.
This environment
sure.
needs all support.
Sure. But then, where do we draw the line, Mr. Mo? Because that's where I'm sort of puzzled, right? And I get lost in a sense. Where do I draw the line as a MooCeeist between being a procrastinator and just genuinely being bored? Like I'm bored.
Yeah.
And I want to call an Oz up. Hey, Oz, where are you, my brother? Can I come through? Like, what's happening? Who are you hanging out with? Where does one, or where can one, and maybe at least, if I can put it that way, where can one draw the line between genuine boredom and procrastination? And I hear the hierarchy, of values, the hierarchy system that you pointed out a second ago. But where is the line drawn? Because I feel like it's quite a fuzzy line, and one is very easy to jump back and forth between the two, and you never necessarily know whether am I procrastinating or am I just bored with going to the Vooka breakfast show?
No, there's comparisons that you're making psychologically.
Okay.
Why you think you're bored, or why you think you need to have this label where you're just like, there's nothing else to do.
Sure.
So let's then look at it this way, that remember in your hierarchy of values,
sure,
there's the 7 areas of life. There's the financial side, there's the family side, there's the physical side. Then you also have your spiritual side.
Yes, sir.
You also have your vocational side,
absolutely,
or business. You have your mental side as well. So you've got all of these areas that you want to fulfill. So you could be that because you fulfilled the actions that have to do with work, now you're jumping into your social side. Now you want to go and socialize, because socializing is part of the fulfillment of your hierarchy of values. So it's not that you're bored and saying, well, now I'm bored, I'm calling Osvaldo up because I just want to chill with him.
Sure.
You're calling because of the fulfillment of your need to socialize, which is part of that. Now the question now is, if I work 7 days a week,
sure,
it means I value work, right?
Okay.
Now, if you work 5 days a week and then you make time to socialize, it means that you value socializing somewhere there. Whereas I could overvalue working in whatever it is that I'm doing, and I work 7 times a week. Then because you work 5 days and then I work 7, on the 2 days where you're resting, you're saying, well, I'm just procrastinating for the 2 days. So you're comparing so the label then is, what is work? If I relabel what you're doing with your friends as work, you're networking, so it can help you on the 5 days to make you more productive.
Sure.
Now you're not procrastination, because we now change the label.
I see.
So now the question is, how is networking part of work? Now you're not procrastinating. Now you're seeing, when I'm socializing, it's part of work.
It's also part of the work that
it's part of the work that you're doing. So now you're integrating it. Now you're not lazy anymore. Now you're not procrastinating. Now you're wanting to make more friends because it's linked to the fulfillment of work.
Sheesh, crazy. I never thought of it that way. Interesting. Very, very. But then someone is watching and listening and saying, hey, MooCee, I hear, what Oz is saying, the value structure and how we can change these labels and our viewpoints and our perspectives on some of these things that contribute to our day-to-day lives, right? Whether psychologically, mentally, and all of those other things that you mentioned. But then the person is wondering, what are some of the maybe daily practices, and perhaps maybe even not daily, but what are a few practices that I can pick up and take on as a MooCeeist, or as someone who's part of the Vooka Nation watching and listening right now, to try and implement in my life to do away with procrastination or with a regulated boredom that comes up in my life, even with things that I genuinely feel like I'm interested in.
So the question to ask is always, what actions do you take that time just seems to pass by, and where no one has to remind you to do those things? Like, what are the small things? Let's not start with the big things. Let's start with the small things. So, for example, what are the small things that that you do that no one reminds you to do them, and that you continuously do them. What is that one thing? And then find a way of how do you do more of that one thing that no one has to remind you to do it. And then if you're then looking to take it to the next level, I always say, well, go do your value determination process. It's totally free if you just look it up on the internet, the DiMartini value determination process. When you do the 13 questions, that will reveal to you what your hierarchy of values are. And once you see that, then it's a question of how do you align yourself to live by those hierarchy of values? How do you sort of create that symphony that aligns with your hierarchy of values? How do you then take daily actions in the fulfillment of your hierarchy of values? But first, start off small. Just list what are those 5 actions that when you take, no one reminds you to do them. You do them, and time just fades away. You don't really get bored by it. Time just fades away, even if it's gaming. What is that? And how do you then get yourself to do more of those actions?
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Quite.
One step to progress is what most people need, because we know that we are living in a society whereby things are moving rapid. It's quick, and you will see people. They would always procrastinate. They will always postpone tasks that they need to do because they feel like it's a lot. But it's all about discipline. It's all about also the values, knowing what to do. But with that being said, Mr. Oza, thank you so much for your time, and I'm not going to let you go because we're going to invite you into a conversation, a very interesting conversation that we're about to have.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Right after the break, because I believe that you have performed, some sort of discipline, to someone. I mean, growing up, maybe you have been disciplined by maybe your siblings, your friends out there. So there's a disciplinary action that is going on, disciplinary issues that are taking place. So many people in SA, others are like, that's the right way to discipline someone.
I'm shy. I'm shy. You know those guys. I'm shy.
Others are opposing, we feel like this is too harsh and it's not, it's not humane. So we feel like you could have taken, a different route to that. So that's a discussion that we are going to be having right after this short break. So please do make sure that you do not switch, that dial, because we are going to be back with that conversation. And I also want to hear from you that what do you think? Disciplinary camps, how far is too far is what we want to know. See you right after this.
I get it. I guess I get it now. Life is taking enough from me. Think I just need security. So crazy how anything can happen. Hedging my bets so desperately. Building sand castles on the calm seas. Looking for a guarantee. Can't get out my own way. I'm playing it safe. I'm holding so tight and choking my grace. Leaving no room for mistakes. It's the illusion of control. Can't take it with you when you go. And holding on won't help it grow. Can't take it with you when you go.
what we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, giving you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by a very energetic start to the day. If you have just literally walked in and you've joined us, you're literally left with a little under 20 minutes. And the last conversation that we're having for this morning is how far is too far. But perhaps you want to get in touch with us and you want to get involved in the conversation. You can connect with us across all our social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So it's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. It needs not end there. It also continues on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. So that's 060-493-3226. I need you to comment, to like, and to subscribe, right? And do the things that are necessary to be done, so that you and I and Mr. Mo and of course Mr. Oz right here on the table of discussion, and Mr. Mo behind the technicals, and Ukhanyi can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. I can't wait to hear from you. So right now I want to jump into a very, very interesting conversation that when I was exploring this discussion I found quite interesting. How far is too far? Right? And you're perhaps asking yourself, MooCee, what are you talking about? We're talking about the line between punishment and cruel, punishment and torture / cruelty, I guess. Right? Or discipline, rather. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Right? Discipline versus cruel punishment and or torture. And where I was stemming this one from, Mr. Mo, was these discipline camps that we have been seeing that are on the rise in South Africa. Right? The most famous one, or the most well-known one, is of course Latgag by Mr. Moloto. Hey.
Wakey, sleepy.
Hello, Bongi. Hello. All right. And it's funny now, we laugh about it. There's one particular one that I saw, I think about 2-3 years ago on social media, where this guy literally screamed. Right? They knocked on his door and they pushed it open, and he lost his mind because it was in the middle of the night. And then the other guy started praying, God, no! Hey, in the name of Jesus! And but this one is stemmed from, I think, quite a serious case where there are a lot of young men and women in our society, in our communities, in our environment, who are abusing drugs, right? And what these disciplinary camps would say is that their aim is to instill discipline. Of course, that is entailed in the term, but also to try and get them to a place where they no longer use drugs, right? And of course, with that being said, Mr. Mo, there are tactics that they employ to try, firstly, to instill the so-called discipline, but also secondary, to make them quit the drugs that they are abusing. And then the family would call, Mr. MooCee, Mr. Mo, Obuti Osvaldo is such a malice and so unruly at home. He steals things, he smokes these drugs, he has his friends over. He abuses us both verbally and physically, and things of that nature, right? Please come and help. And Mr. Mo would come in the middle of the night, or whenever in the day, we come and we fetch you without your consent. Is what we've seen. So I personally don't necessarily know if there is consent between the person who is being fetched and the camp itself, the institution or the organization, right? And the one that I saw, Mr. Mo, I was telling Mr. Oz off the mic during the break, is that this one camp, these guys come, and Momo Midlands, not too far from where we are, they come. This person is that person that I just described with drugs and all of that thing, and they made him take off his shirt, his shoes, and he was only left with the pair of jeans that he was wearing. They made him kneel, and it was at night. They made him kneel, and they were pouring water over his head like this. It sounds funny, right? It does. So the chat in the comments with that one was like, yo guys, the grandmother was even shouting, please forgive him, right? And the grandmother is the one who is being abused, and the mother, but she's asking for forgiveness on his behalf. Guys, please forgive him. Like, he's because he was sobbing. He was sobbing. They made him lie on his stomach flat on the ground. They were pouring water over him. Khaliswa amanzi, you know. And so that was the thing. And others, because it creates quite a thin line.
A thin line, yeah.
With on the one side, people would say, "Hey man, vele man, khaliswa amanzi." Why would you cry? Because you're being poured with water over your head. It's nothing hectic. You just press once, can you? Right? You're being poured with water over your head. It's nothing. You're not being beaten. You're not being tortured. You're not being. But that's where I think the conversation stems from for me.
I mean,
where do we draw the line?
Man, the thing is, I mean, from the grandmother, I understand. You know, it comes from that motherly love.
Sure.
You know, there's always, you know, a sense of love that you have for your sibling. I mean, like to a point that when he's being disciplined, you will feel sorry for them.
Yes.
But now the moments that he has tortured you, the moments that he has abused you at home will just vanish in that moment, because you've never seen him being disciplined like that.
Being vulnerable
like this. It's like, yo, your brother is crying, like it's being trapped hood now, right? And I feel like most of the time there's families who are suffering because of these guys. Like you would hear stories like he has sold everything. We don't even have like
windows. We don't have cutlery at home. Yeah.
So when these guys arrive, for the fact that the one I follow Ladgak too much, so Mr. Moloto will put a disclaimer that your mother has called us, and we have spoken to your mother several times about the behaviors, your behavior, and then the parents will tell that no, this guy's doing this and this and this, and I give you consent that if he tries to fight you guys, fight him. Yes, take him and fight him back, because we've had. So I feel like what I've seen is the right way. For me, I don't think it's too harsh. Pour this guy with water. He has abused us, man. I mean, water is nothing. Shambok him. Okay. Shambok the person.
But
Talk to me, Mr. Oz.
My question to you is, so what? So the discipline that we're instilling in him is to change the behavior that he's doing. So we're saying that pour water, embarrass him, shambok him,
make him lie on the ground,
and then that will then change his behavior.
Yeah.
So we punish him to change his behavior.
We punish him, then we take him to the disciplinary camp.
So in the disciplinary camp, then what happens there?
Then
clearly the tactics continue.
Yeah.
And arguably, perhaps even assumingly, so presumably even not even assumingly, presumably at an elevated scale.
Okay.
Of these tactics that these camps instill.
I mean, they don't.
Employ.
They don't, because when they get to the camp, you know, there's certain programs that these guys are being put into, especially the Ladga, because I follow them a lot. You know, there's like activities that these people will do so that they could get off, you know, the mind of now going back to what they used to do. So you are basically creating new habits for them, because in the environment that they were in, they didn't do anything, and one thing they only knew was to smoke drugs. Okay. So you shambok them at the night before you take them to the disciplinary camp, so that they know that after the program is finished, I know the consequences of going back to drugs. They're going to come and fetch me again, and they will shambok me.
So in other words, they're trying to make up for they're trying to equate the pain to the pleasures they're getting from the drugs.
Yep.
In that form.
So what I want us to do right now, I have a clip, right? And you will let me know. I mean, this is a girl who was also being admitted to this disciplinary camp, right? So I will share my screen right now so that you can see what I am talking about. So I'm trying to get full screen right there, and then you will just let me know, Horowena, like what are your thoughts? You know, even maybe if you are listening, you would hear some of the words, you know, that she says. So let's quickly head over to the video.
Oh, I saw this one.
And then when
Yes, sis. Ngidala manje ekuse awena bheka.
Kuba kimi.
Sumaqala kho sumngane wakho.
Ukwazi angazi.
Kuma kimi. Ekuse unokuhamba ekhaya manje.
Uzohamba ka.
Fonela
Uzohamba ka.
ukuthi bangilande ngithi baba ngilethela ungibambi.
But yeah, obviously this is a long.
It goes on for about it goes on.
Very defined,
I saw
yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
And I actually saw this one more after the one that I'm referring to. It's just that I didn't attach the one that I'm talking about, but I have it somewhere in my draft. But the question is, I think, Mr. Oz here, how far is too far where we are, humiliating versus trying to rehabilitate these people? Right, and maybe perhaps we're stretching it in saying discipline versus torture or cruel punishment, but it is that because waterboarding is a method that is used in torture tactics.
Torture tactics, yeah.
Right. So how far is too far? More, are we saying that in our society there is no equivalent that we can use to equate to the pleasure that they are experiencing when they are taking the drugs, to try and remove them from that pleasure, but not employing punishment tactics, do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't know. Talk to me, Mr. Oz.
Yeah, I think you're right in that you're trying to figure out how far is too far.
Sure.
What do we do and don't do?
Sure.
So those actions that they are taking, like you said, is that how are we processing people that are under those conditions and doing those things? How are we looking at them? So obviously they are looking at them at a point of there's nothing else that we can do but to punish them for the actions that they are doing. In my view, I would obviously take a psychological approach to actually find out, well, what's driving that behavior in them? What is it that they maybe are perceiving that the pains that they are going through that's leading them to use the drugs, to go that way of saying, well, you know what, I'm going to use drugs. And when I use drugs, these are the benefits that I get from using drugs. Maybe my parents pay attention to me because now they're focused on me, and because they're focused on me, now I'm getting the attention that I got. And maybe also ask ourselves is, what is it that the person is suppressing and keeping from not expressing to themselves? I mean, we saw that girl there. She was very defiant about things. The question is, what's making her be in that state where once she takes that drug, she's able to then be defiant and say things that's on her mind or whatever it is that's being bottled up. I think these are lessons also for us. I think that
definitely
there's certain aspects about how we communicate with each other in our communities that if I see Mo starting to smoke a cigarette, to allow him the space to express what's on his mind, to say, look, listen, these are the problems that I have, and okay, you're not less of a human just because you have those problems. How are we saying that you're not less of a human because you're a drug addict? What's the message that we're conveying? But then again, I don't know what the success rate is
of these tactics.
And again,
in the
also,
camps,
I don't know what the person who's on those substances did to attract that sort of event. So there's two equations to it. That okay, we have to look at, okay, you that attracted this thing that we perceive to be abuse, how has it helped you? What is it about there that you sort of saw that, okay, you needed to attract that? But I'm not saying go to the extreme and now abuse this person.
That's crazy.
You can only do something to someone else that you perceive maybe is a problem. The person who's abusing them, why do you feel the need to go to that extent to be able to be heard by this person? Do I need to, like you said, torture you so that you can hear me? Now I'm injecting my beliefs onto you now.
And imposing what I deem to be
my ideals.
A nice way. Because these facilitators, Mr. Mo, they call it character building, right? And the Desperate Family calls it their last hope. But to everyone and anyone who's watching from the outside, it looks like state-sanctioned cruelty dressed up as rehabilitation.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. So sociologists and legal experts call this extra-legal vigilante rehabilitation. The alarming trend where desperate families hand over vulnerable, addicted, or troubled youth to unregulated private enforcers because formal institutions have completely broken down. So there's a recent 2026 social survey that shows a nation split right down the middle. Right? Roughly 52% of South Africans believe harsh physical discipline is sometimes the only way to save a child from the streets. While on the opposite, a 48% argue that these camps are cross directly into human rights violations and physical abuse. Crazy stuff. I don't know. What do you think? Hearing those stats,
I think we'll have to delve deeper into it to find out. Well, what's the outcome of it? I think, given my history of studying human behavior, I think coming from a different perspective of really going away from that judgment, how do I have a conversation with this person without judging them? Because if there was a talk that I did, I think about 3-4 years ago, and one of the gentlemen that was invited to talk there, he gave his confession of how he was also on drugs, how he used to use drugs to cope, how he used to use drugs just to get by. And the one thing he said that was very profound to me was, he said that us that are on drugs, the first thing that we want is, we don't want to be judged. We want to be loved for who we are. That's the first element of their recovery, is that if they can see that they are loved for who they are, no matter whether they take drugs or not drugs, that was the first stepping stone to his recovery, to experience that no matter what happens, I will be loved. And once he got there, then his recovery was much easier, because he was coming from a point of view of, I am loved anyway, whether I do drugs or don't do drugs, I am loved. So if we can express that side of, no matter what happens, it's coming from a place of love. Because I think also with Ntate Moloto and all these people, they're also doing it from a place of love. Mshato Verk, is one of the facilitators, is they are probably doing it from an aspect of, we love you enough that you are more than this thing that you're taking outside of this. So it's, how do we express it is the question.
Look, this is one of the conversations that deserves
part two, definitely.
And there's a lot that I also want to say, that I've seen what these drugs can turn these guys into, but it's something that, of course, that we will discuss at
a later stage. Definitely, we'll create a part two.
10 o'clock on the dot. And
yes, sir.
This is where we are going to laugh and leave you on a beautiful Tuesday morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast.
What do you choose today? Enclosure.
I choose myself.
Hey, so someone choose about these days. This guy around this time last year, when we would ask the question, who do you choose? He'd always have someone. This man is a baker if he didn't know, But that's good, Mr. Mo. I don't dispute that. Choosing yourself is very important. Earlier on, when we were talking about the things and Mr. B mentioned that self-care, and self-love is a very good thing. Mr. Oz, how about you, Enclosure? Who do you choose today on this Tuesday?
Who do I choose?
Or what do you choose? It doesn't have to be a person.
Hey, today I choose work. It's
choose work.
Must work. Must work.
Man, that's cool. Okay, that's also a thing. That's not bad. What do I choose this Tuesday? Let me see. There was someone I would have said I'm choosing. Obviously, I wouldn't share their name, but now I'm not choosing that person. No. But there is one person I'm choosing. I spent not a night, but last night I was with them. We were hanging out, and she's a very cool person. So I choose them. So, but with that being said, this is where we're going to call it off for this edition of the 307th episode of the Vooka Breakfast Show, coming to you live all the way from the heart of Soweto, the studios of the Blinko, the Vooka Breakfast Studio in the Blinko network in the heart of Soweto, Top Santon, right next to Zondi Hills, and just before you get to Bromfisher Kloof. With that being said, stay safe, stay warm, stay cautious on those roads, and God willing, you and I and the rest of the Vooka Nation and the rest of the team can see each other bright and early right here, where we continue giving you a daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by a very energetic start to the day. Coolio.
If you just wait and see, you gon' arrive. So don't you tell me I am selfish just because I look out for myself. I've been working hard, so I won't have to cry when I'm older. I could have done this or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it 'cause it doesn't work. I'd rather tell you, shoot your shot. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living for manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself. I've been working hard just so I can say I told you so. I told you so. So don't you tell